So we're back to some Call of Duty 4, an incredible game that I used to love playing. So I wanted to see what it's like, and maybe for this video just talk over the footage and give you guys an idea of my thoughts going back to the multiplayer now. I will say straight off the bat, I've definitely had a lot of fun with this game, playing it again. I was slightly surprised. I actually thought there might be a few, going from Call of Duty 2 to Call of Duty 4, seeing how many players are still playing Call of Duty 2, the original one. I was slightly surprised at the lack of players for Call of Duty 4. Now that could be because of the remaster. I guess the remaster has split somewhat of the population between the original Call of Duty 4 and the remaster. And I did have the remaster, I had it on PlayStation actually, but I wasn't too keen on it. I think they just added some stuff that I'm just not interested in. Added some new weapons, added some loot box type stuff. It kind of seemed geared towards adding in microtransactions, which obviously I'm not that keen on. But you'll still get a game, there's still servers which are well populated. There's just not that many of them. There are more hardcore servers than standard servers, if hardcore's what you're more interested in. And I did used to play a lot of hardcore back in the day, but going back to it, I was kind of drawn more towards the standard version, and there's not quite so many servers just playing the standard version. I would recommend, for whatever reason, they have servers where they're faking their numbers or they're just using bots. So I would recommend Googling Game Tracker to find good servers rather than using the server browser. So you find a good server, you see the IP, add it to your favorites and just play that way. With Game Tracker, all the servers are given a rank, and so you can see the top ones, see the good ones, and you know they're going to be legitimate and not be faking their numbers or doing any silliness like that. So I had a lot of fun, and this footage is taken from a server which is called C4S TDM, and that is well populated, especially on the weekends, and I'd say most evenings you're getting around 30-40 players playing. I couldn't really find any other servers, good servers that are playing the standard version, and that's based from me being in the UK. I think there are a few US servers as well for any of you guys that are over that kind of region. But yeah, getting into it, gameplay is still incredible, still really good. Very good maps, very good map design. I thought the rotation, there's a good rotation through a lot of the maps. I've played a lot of them, which is an issue I had with Call of Duty 2 a little bit. The good servers kind of repeated a few maps very often. That does still happen because there's still a map vote system on Call of Duty 4, but I think there's just so many really good maps that people want to play them all and want to vary it up. I was kind of looking forward to ranking up again and just unlocking the weapons and doing all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of servers, including the C4S one, they have a high XP, so they just give you extra experience for kills and whatnot, which means that you level up very quickly and you don't get that same satisfaction of going through it. And I can see why they do that, because people who are going back to this game maybe don't want to level up, they just want to have all the guns available to them. But for me it was a bit disappointing, but I was able to kind of shift to working towards unlocking camouflages. That was still something I could do instead of the ranking up and unlocking all the weapons. The gunplay is still excellent. Like I said, I had a lot of fun playing this game again. The hardcore server, some of the highest, I think the top ranked server, which is one from Hungary, which is a hardcore one. Just going back to it, it seemed way more chaotic than I remembered. It might have just been the couple of maps that I played and being on the losing side, where you just get kill streak after kill streak against you, airstrike, then helicopter. They just seemed more chaotic than I remembered, which is what pushed me towards playing on standard servers again, which are a bit more controlled, a bit less chaotic. You do get the kind of lean towards using snipers. They're very powerful in the standard servers, especially the people that can quickscope. There's definitely a few people that have been working on that for a while, so they've got their skills on point. So you'll find that you get quickscope quite a lot. Not that that's such a bad thing, I guess. If you've worked to improve that skill, you should be able to dominate that way. But me, I kind of prefer using different weapons, trying different weapons out, and I was able to. There's definitely some which are more powerful. I think the AK-47 is probably the most powerful assault rifle you can use, but you still can post good scores using the other weapons, which is all you really want. It's all you really can ask for. As long as it's not where you're at a massive disadvantage using other weapons other than a single one, I don't really mind. So I was able to try out different guns and do well with the different guns, which was important. Since I've gone back to this Call of Duty 4, it's been one which I'm going back to quite regularly now as a relaxing game to play in the evening. There's always a server that I can play on. Maybe it's not my first choice one, but there is always a server to play on, and if it's on the peak times, then I can play on that C4S server, no problem. It's got a good community. I haven't really seen any hackers so far, I don't think. If I have, I imagine they're getting banned pretty quickly because there's usually plenty of admins or something like that present. Because yeah, I think hacking is quite often a concern going back to some of these old games. You could worry they might be riddled with hackers, but that wasn't the case for Call of Duty 4. Still very playable and still enjoyable to play on most servers. I have only been playing Team Deathmatch so far. I would like to explore other maps, there's other game modes, sorry. There are a lot of search and destroy servers, and a lot of Team Deathmatch. I haven't seen too much more than that, maybe the occasional domination server. Those are the main ones. I do want to try search and destroy. There is something a mod which seems to be implemented by almost every server, and I don't quite know what it does. It's called the Pro mod. And I've heard that it makes search and destroy, they've made quite a lot of improvements for search and destroy on Call of Duty 4, so I definitely need to check that out, but that's probably one for another video. So let me wrap this up, just my general thoughts, going back to the multiplayer in Call of Duty 4. A lot of fun, one that I'm still playing a lot of even now, continuing to play, because it's an enjoyable, relaxing game, good weapons, really good maps, still working towards camouflage unlocks, I've got that to work towards, which is fun, good community, and a game which if you've got it already and maybe you're getting a bit bored of some of the FPSs that are out there currently, I would definitely recommend reinstalling it. Now, buying it with these Call of Duty games, they do always, on Steam at least, they do always overprice them really, considering how old they are. So I would probably wait for it to be half price if maybe you had it and you don't have the disc anymore or whatever it might be. If you've got the disc, remember you can install games on Steam. I'm sure you already know. You just need the CD key code to reinstall it on Steam. So yeah, I would say that. The best proof is the fact that I'm still going back to it now. It's still really enjoyable for me, and there's a lot of players still playing it. So I would recommend going back to it, checking it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know down in the comments below as well if you've got some good servers that you recommend. And hopefully I'll see you there online someday. Alright, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll try and get some more Call of Duty 4 videos out, maybe one where I'm doing more of a live commentary as I'm playing. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you like the video, and if you're liking the channel, please subscribe. Cheers guys, see you in the next one.